You guys, God has been sharing the most fascinating parables with me. And it started yesterday. He was talking about like fruit, and we know that the Feast of Tabernacles is over now. But he was saying, like, when does fruit like taste the best? And I said it's ripe, but like just past ripe. Any more ripe and it gets spoiled, and if you ate it you get like a really bad stomach ache, and you could honestly just get, food poisoning. And he said, right, so if the remnant, if the first fruits, if those are my fruits, why would I wait to consume them, to enjoy the bridal feast with them, if I knew that they'd be past expired and give me a stomach ache? And I was like, wow, yeah. And it's so cool to hear from God from his own perspective too, of how we're pleasing to him and the ways that we're pleasing to him. And just the way that he views his bride. I mean, truly. Because when a fruit is past ripe, it's not good anymore. I mean, it starts literally decaying. And he would never clean us up the way that he has, only to let us collect dust and decay on the counter. And basically become decayed and gross again. It would be a 360. He's looking for a 180. He's looking for a turnaround, not going all the way back to up filthy again, So I thought that was really interesting. And then he gave me a dream last night that definitely was about the rapture. And in the dream, I don't know if it was like the morning after Halloween or it was like the 2nd of November. It was like sometime around that time frame, but I was saying, God, like, although I initially thought we could be raptured mid-November, I don't know why, but you keep bringing to mind two different things. The first is the dreams of, like, young children. I said, God, we're all your children, but I'm talking about, kids as young as, like, 4, 5, 6, all the way to maybe, like, 8 or 9. And they have these rapture dreams, and they're basically like Halloween night or the next day, like the next dawn. And then I was reminded of Tom from Watchman River, and he's always saying, if we're not raptured by the election, I'll eat my hat. And Jesus was saying, there's a reason so many men believe that. And I said, believe what? And he said that the rapture is going to happen before the election. And he was saying, from a man's perspective, let's say he's about to get married, right? I said, okay. He said, what upright man would have their fiance, the woman they're about to marry, the bride they're about to marry? We're the bride of Christ, you guys. What upright man would start saying, completely unprovoked, yeah, well, I know you're not cheating on me, but like, if you did, who would you want to cheat with? The pool boy's kind of cute. This person's kind of cute. And I said, yeah, that's bizarre. I said, especially if there's no reason to think that your bride would cheat. That would be such a weird thing to bring up. Such a weird thing. And he said, is it any different than this election? Why would I even put my bride in a situation where she's thinking, yeah, Jesus is good, but like, I don't know, Kamala has some good qualities. I mean, Trump has some good qualities. Like, he was like, no, I would never put anyone in a situation where they were even fantasizing about an unclean spirit over me. Like, ever. And he's like, that would be seducing and tempting my bride into adultery. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. And he said, yeah, I would never, plant seeds in anybody's mind like that. Especially if the bride's given me no reason to believe that she already has a wandering eye, that she's already kind of looking at so-and-so like, ooh, he's kind of cute. Like, he said that would be bizarre. And I said, God, I agree. I agree. I've heard of narcissists that do that say things out of insecurity about, affairs, cheating, whatever, even though they have no reason to. And he's like, right, I'm not the Jezebel spirit. I'm not going to be, planting those seeds. He said, I'm a jealous God, but I'm not insecure. And I would never tempt anyone like that. And I would never leave you guys sitting around where you feel like you're obligated to vote. He's like, because that would defy my word. And I said, how so? And he said, because there's always a way of escape from temptation, from even fantasizing about, yeah, well, God, it's like, I get the world's getting more evil, but if you're really going to take that long to pick us up, I guess I'll start fantasizing about all the things this candidate could do, all the things that candidate could do. And he was like, right, and it's different this time around than other times around because everything is so exposed. In the past, A, people were living more holy and righteous lives, and B, any of these personal, like, I guess flaws you'd call them, were not, like, exposed. Like, it was not, you didn't know what you were coming into agreement with by voting, essentially. And he's like, now that everyone knows Trump's had quotes that says that he can save Israel, that everyone knows that Kamala is proud about denouncing Christianity and killing children. He said, I would never do that. I would never do that. And I thought, wow, that's powerful. And I just think it's so interesting how, it's like children are afraid of scary things in the dark, and so what it looks like to them to accept Christ as their Savior is, Savior from the darkness, from the Halloween. And for men, it's believing and thinking like Christ, that they would never want their bride in a position to be lusting over other options, And I think it's interesting because it is profound in the sense where just like Jesus walked on earth as a man, And even us as full-grown adults are God's children. That who are the ones that have received such profound indicators of the rapture? It's men and children, you know? The Father and his remnant. Jesus and his bride. Because they know what righteousness looks like. They know what that dynamic is, essentially. And so I thought that was really amazing and really encouraging, and I'll absolutely be praying for all of you, you know, during this time. I really do believe that we're going to be raptured before the election. And like I said last night, the dream I had, if it was not the morning of November 1st, it was not more than a few days later, you know. So I really don't think we're going to be here on voting day. If we are, though, I'm not voting. I'm just going to, no, I don't. Here's the thing, though. I really don't believe God will leave us here that long. I really don't. Based on what he told me. So I hope that's, you know, really profound encouragement for you all. And yeah, I love you and I'm praying for you. And I'm just so thankful for all the encouragement you guys have given me. And it's really opened my eyes to the fact that we just need to stick together through all this, you know. When the world is in this place where they kind of have turned their backs on us, it's like, you know, hard as it is, we have each other, and I think that is such like a profound gift. So stay encouraged, and just keep fully relying on Jesus for everything. For everything. All right. I love you, family. Bye.